Guys, thank you for returning to the channel. Tonight we have Bet with me in another undisclosed location, but basically it's Doncaster pickups, and we hope you enjoy. We really do. Pickup one for me was ECW Hardcore Revolution. I was looking for this game because I used to have it myself. I liked my wrestling as a kid. I mean, I was very much, you know, my kind of wrestling was Stone Cold. I'm not really into it anymore, but at the time I loved it. And WWF Attitude on the PS1 was a game I played a hell of a lot of. Yeah, I used to really enjoy it. And I think I had this game too. And it's, I think it's from the same company. I mean, it certainly looks graphically very similar. And obviously there's an emphasis on that sort of hardcore side of it with the weapons and all that sort of shit. So it was good.
First and foremost, I got Escape from Monkey Island on PlayStation 2. This is complete. This is in very nice condition. It will be added to the collection. It's £4. I tried to bundle it with another game to make to make a save in, and I picked up a game that was £3 and asked, would you do it? You know, instead of 7, would you do 6? Guy says no, flat out no. I only do discounts if you spend 50. So I don't know if that quite works, but you know, it's just one of them. Some people are really firm on their prices, I suppose. So the game I got with it is Space Race. This is a Looney Tunes racing game by the looks of things. Never heard of it, just thought it was interesting. That's why I picked it up for it. So yeah, the two of these was £7. So Escape will be going into the collection. I'll probably sell Space Race, but I will have a go on it before I do, just in case it's a fun game, and if I enjoy it, I might keep it, who knows.
The second things I picked up were these 3 games. So these came to £19 and he given me for 17, so big shout out. But this was marked up at £4. This is for my PS2 collection. You know, Street Fighter, wicked game and whatnot. I wouldn't really sit around playing it on a PlayStation. You know, I think it has to be with the SNES pad. Certainly when you're talking about the 16-bit games. So. But that was a nice one, you know, that's all I can say about that, really. This was a game I was absolutely after. I've got all the other Tomb Raider games on the PS1, other than Chronicles, so gas to pick this up in minty nick. It's in lovely condition. It was marked up at £5, which is a steal, really. I'd say this is a £10 game, and I just love finding PS1 games in mint nick. It's the best feeling for a games collector. Is finding a PS1 game in minty nick. It's just a lovely feeling. Quake 2 was another game I was after. I've said before, you know, I love to collect the horror games, and like this isn't like a massive horror game, but it's very much that way. And FPS, you know, I love FPS, so I was chuffed to. I've wanted to add this for a little while. The condition is not as good on this one. Like I recased it, and I noticed that the back inlay has a bit of water damage, but you know, it's okay, it's not too bad, it's fine. But you know, an upgrade at one time might be nice, but we'll see.
Next up, this is off a different stall. I picked up 2 games. I didn't get a save in or anything, I just bought them for what they were asking because I thought they were good prices. And the first of which is Mickey's Wild Adventure, PlayStation 1. This is Platinum. I don't usually pick up Platinum stuff, so this is my first. But this is just in really nice nick, and it's, you know, complete and everything. And yeah, it was marked up as a £5, and I just thought, I'm not going to leave it there for a £5. I just fancied it, so it was just one of them. This will be going into the collection, and yeah, maybe I'll start a little Platinum, you know, a little Platinum run. I don't know. See how we go. Second game off this same guy at that same time was Tomb Raider. It was Lara Croft Tomb Raider Anniversary, PlayStation 2. This is a collector's edition. Very nice, very nice. In a box, you know, in a slipcase. Very nice item. Standard. Got your booklet. Got all your discs in there. Got your little booklet there on the one side. Hopefully you can see this okay on the camera. Got your soundtrack. Got your DVD. Got your game. Nice bit of artwork there on the inlay, and you got your slip box. So yeah, nice. I just bought that because it was just one of them. I just fancied it. and it was a £5, and I just couldn't leave it there for that. I'll probably keep hold of this, to be honest. I was thinking about selling it, but I just thought, nah, I'll just keep it because, you know, it's just a tidy thing. So yeah, all good. That was £10 spent at the next stall.
Disclaimer alert, you know, obviously collector first, guys, but occasionally I see things and I'll think, well, I could sell that on and make a few bob. So Scarface I already own, actually. It's in my collection. I haven't really played it, but obviously it's meant to be decent. And it's kind of like a little bit like Vice City, but Scarface. Yeah, he was asking £4 for that, which isn't bad at all, you know. I can sell that for a tenner. I mean, this guy had some really decent games for very decent prices, such as... I bought these two off him as well. Dead or Alive 2 was £3 and SOULCALIBUR 3 was £4. These are for my collection. Dead or Alive 2 is pretty much mint. SOULCALIBUR 2 is, you know, very good. Obviously, I love fighting games, you know, especially the big franchises, Tekken, Dead or Alive, etc. Wicked to add these into collection, really. I think PS2, I just think these kinds of games on the PS1 are so much more expensive, so it's like, it's just a great time to collect the PS2. That said, I'm not as passionate about PS2, like I'm just not. But like, it's just a system that I started to collect for because obviously I have a lot of PS1, so it's a bit more slim pickings. And it's just so cheap. Like, you know, you can get such nice games for like £3–4. So I had to pick these up basically.
Next up, we've got a game that I feel a little bit let down by the seller, but there we are, live and learn. No, I'm only joking. Basically, there was a box of PS2 stuff, and he was like, everything's £1. So I'm looking through, and there's a couple of things, pick them out. Yeah, they're sort of trashed, because they're gonna be, aren't they? They're £1. And then I saw a sealed game, so I thought, well, that ain't gonna be trashed, well, I'll pick that, I'll have that. And it was Pimp My Ride, and I thought, how could I not pick up Pimp My Ride sealed on PlayStation 2 for £1? Anyway, I'm getting to the till, well, I'm getting to paying, and the guy says, oh, I know it's sealed, but it's not, well, it is, but there's a break. So there's a break there, but it's just one of them. There's no way that could come off and go back on, so it's not, you know, it's still a brand new game inside, but it's a broken seal. But yeah, so I'll try and sell this on and see what we can get for it, but I just picked it up for a laugh, really, so there we are.
Another PS2 game I picked up was Time Crisis 2. Again, this is in mint nick, it was £3. It wasn't long ago when I was in Birmingham and I missed this for £2 and I always sort of regretted that, so I was really happy to get this £3 mint nick. Like, I can't grumble at that. It's a great game. I've got a light gun for my PS1, so I guess that would work with this. I don't think you need the G-Con 2 or anything. But yeah, I'll have a lot of fun on this at some point, I'm sure.
Next up's just a bit of filler, really. This is another sort of, you know, rubbish box full of quitters. And it's a game called Fantastic Journey on PlayStation 1. It's a pinball game. The only reason I've picked this up is because of the condition of the case. So if I see a real nice case for £1, it's worth getting just for an upgrade for something that comes into the collection, or I need to, you know, I pick up something nice that I want to sell on, I want to upgrade that case. So there we are, that's all that's for. But never know, could be a classic, couldn't it? We just don't know. Give it a burn, innit?
These were 2 for £5, so I've already got Snake Eater, and so that'll be for sale. I actually switched my disc out for the one that was in here because this one's a lot better, but I think it works fine. I loaded it up earlier, but I didn't like play it because with MGS, you know, the cutscenes are so long, I just can't be bothered. But I do really want to play this game. I recently completed MGS 2 for the first time ever. So obviously, Snake Eater is next. And I hear that Snake Eater, I've heard people say this is their favorite MGS game, so I'm pretty confident this is going to be a very, very good game. And this was the game I was really buying. This one's for me to keep, Wolfenstein. You know, I had Wolfenstein on the PC as a kid. Just very nostalgic, you know, I love that series. This game I haven't played much, But I just think it's cool. You know, I like the franchise, so.
Next game is definitely a collection edition, and this is just for pure nostalgia more than anything. So it's Speedball 2 on Master System, and we had a Master System when I was really young, and this was just a game that we had along with some others, but I remember Speedball 2 quite well. I don't remember playing it much because I found it quite hard as a kid, but yeah, it was just one of them. I've still got the cartridge, but every other game we had on Master System had a box, and that one didn't. So this is just like, you know, finally picking this up. I was going to get it on Mega Drive, but I thought, no, I had it on Master System, so there we are. It had to be Master System. It's complete. It's in real nice nick, really. Manual's in decent nick, and, you know, it's all round neat and tidy, basically, which is what we like. So this is marked up as 8, and I just offered him 6, I think. Yeah, 6, and he was like, "Yeah, sound." So I didn't hesitate on that one.
This is a game that wasn't really on my list, but like I heard Holster, shout out if you're watching Holster. I heard him mention this game as a hidden gem, and I've heard that before. You know, I'm aware of this game, and I'm aware that it's a solid little game. And just for that reason, really, I kind of saw it, and it was in really nice condition. It was £8, which isn't bad. You know, I'd say on average you're paying 10. So in the really nice condition, I just thought I've got to pick that up because for my PS1 collection, it's one of those games that it just kind of needs to be in there. I just thought if I don't pick it up on that day, I know further down the line I'm going to end up picking it up. So, you know, why not get it in decent nick for £8?
And the last game that I've got to show, games that I've got to show you, it's a sequel. It's a game and its sequel. These are games that I've seen at the retro events. We've been several times now, quite a few times. And every time I see them and I think, do you know what, I wouldn't mind adding them into the collection at some stage. And this time I did, and I'm very happy about it. The games are Fear Effect and Fear Effect 2 on PlayStation 1. All complete and nice. The only setback with it is Fear Effect's in real nice condition, and it's sort of nothing wrong with that at all. But Fear Effect 2, the only thing is that there's a couple of cracks in the case. But, you know, it's nothing major. There's one on the front there, there's one on the back here. Not too bad, really. So if I get an opportunity to upgrade the case, I will. But everything else is tip-top. Manuals, discs, all there and all decent. So yeah, chuffed about that. Price, you say? Basically, these were 2 games marked up as 15 a piece, and I offered him 25 for the 2, so 12.50. And yeah, jobs are good, and straight into the collection. And finally, you know. But yeah, happy with that. So there we are.
This game was out of the bargain bin, so this game is £1, which is obviously a bargain. I had a Knockout Kings game when I was a nipper. It was good. I can't lie, it was good. I mean, I think it was 99. Like 99 is the first Knockout Kings game, and I think that's the one I had. I always remember playing as Ali on it, you know? It's a good game, it really is. So yeah, I just wanted to add that into the collection, basically. Condition-wise, you know, it's average, but for £1, you can't really grumble. Funnily enough, this is a game that I really wanted on the SNES because I used to have NBA Live 97 on the SNES. So when I seen it on the PS1, I thought, well, that's cool. It was a £5, so I looked it up on eBay and I saw that it was sort of selling for around the £15 mark. So I thought, well, I gotta grab that. It's one of those games I would say that I might sell it because it's like, I guess it's just not of particular interest to me, and like I don't have like unlimited space for my games, so this one may go, but it's a cool game. I don't think it's particularly common, kind of janky graphics and stuff, but yeah, NBA games, you can't really go far wrong. So I think Broken Sword was marked up at 15, Point Blank was marked up at 20, and I think I just offered him like 30 for the 2, and he said yeah, so that was great. To be fair, the guy I bought these off, I actually bought quite a few things off him, and he was super nice. So big shout out to that guy. But I definitely look out for him at the other markets. He had some really nice games that were very well priced, and they were in good condition. That's a good seller right there. So Point Blank is in really nice condition, so I'm gassed about that. This was not really on my list, but at the same time, it was creeping onto my list. And I'd love the second and third. You know, these games are just so good. Like, in terms of the artwork, I love just how iconic they are. They're just awesome. And Broken Sword, I mean, as I've said previously in other videos, I'm not really collecting Broken Sword for the PS1 because it's a PC game, guys. I've got this in the big box and it bangs. In terms of the PS1, I'm not really that bothered, to be honest. I'll probably, you know, I'll sell this really. You know, I'd hope to get maybe around the £20 mark. Condition isn't amazing, you know, the sort of inlay and stuff are a little bit tatty, but it's fine, you know, it works. It's all gravy. And the last pickup was this for £4, which is WWF Raw for the Game Boy with the manual. It's fairly uncommon for me to pick Game Boy games up at the fairs just because I guess I've built my collection in a very cheap way. So like I would buy big bundles on eBay and then keep games. So I'm used to picking up games for like nothing really. So like when I go to a fair and it's like, oh, this card's £15, this is £20, I'm like, nah, it's not really for me. So in regards to this game, for a long time, my Game Boy collection, I didn't really collect the wrestling games. But for some reason, big shout to Kelv, my friend, I just started to see the value in these cards. I mean, I love the artwork. I just rate them. I started to rate them. And now I'm adding them in. So Raw for £4, I mean, that's not bad at all. I could flog the manual. I could probably make my money back just on that. So to add that in is lovely. That's it. Those are the pickups. I mean, in general terms, great event. You know, had such a good time. So many bargains, so many sweet games. It's just class, really. It's great. If you're watching this, big shout to you. Please leave me a comment, and please subscribe and like the vid. You know, all that stuff. It helps out. And yeah, that's it, really, guys. So thank you.
So that was my day at Donk. I didn't buy much, but you know, quality over quantity. And yeah, thanks very much.